Hey everyone, it's Alric Phoenix here with the first episode of Get in the Game Industry. I wanted to do a series of episodes giving people information and anyone that's actually interested in working in the video game industry some tips on things they can do, what they might want to look for, and that kind of stuff, because getting in the game industry isn't hard, or isn't easy rather. A little bit about me for anyone that may be hearing this and wondering who the hell is this guy. I've actually been in the game industry for almost 10 years. This is my 9th year in, well, I guess 6 months it will have been 10 years for me, which is a pretty big milestone. I've always liked teaching, and this seemed like a natural fit to throw on my YouTube channel. So, the thing I wanted to cover today is, geared towards people that are thinking of going into the game industry or really have that passion to do it, but haven't really heard much about it as a whole, and still have this, I guess I'll say, ideal concept of the industry. So I just wanted to quickly touch on that for this very first episode. Getting into the game industry is, for me it was a lot more difficult. There's a catch-22 where everyone says, you need to have experience to work here, but you can't get experience without working at these companies. But when you finally get in at some point, you inevitably do. You work really hard at it. If you really want to do it, you work really hard at it. And there's a motto with some companies that go through a lot of people, and that's use and abuse. For people that are really new to the industry, you really get, because you're so idealistic, they use those people often to do the tasks, obviously, that no one else wants to do, or that just takes so many hours, so people end up working 200, 300 hours, and just and wears the people out. It's a bad industry problem, simply because everyone that wants to do it, we are the people that buy the games, or the people that make the games are the same people that buy the games. So there's the myth that the game industry is sunshine and roses for everyone that really wants to get in. And it can be sometimes, but most of the time it's just a regular job. Everyone wants to think, the first time you get into a company, you're going to be working on Assassin's Creed 5, The Reckoning, Metal Gear Solid 10, whatever. And, yes, you work for Ubisoft and they're hiring specifically for that game, you will be on it. But 99% of the time, you are going to be on a piece of shovelware, DS title, Wii title that you really aren't going to enjoy. They won't be bad games, but you're not going to enjoy them because they're not going to be games you want to play. So the reality is, you can't expect that every time, even though, hey, we all love some of the games. Sometimes you work on a game that you really love. I worked on Dragon Ball Z with PS2. That was the greatest game I've ever worked on. But then I worked on about 5 horse-related games for the DS, and that's not as fun. So, you have to look at it as just a job. Sometimes. You have to look at it as just a job. Because otherwise they will take advantage of your enthusiasm. The second myth is for people that have an idea of wanting to get in, make a video game. It's not that easy to pitch your ideas and have people respond to it. Everyone wants to be the next Gabe Newell or Cliffy B. Of the 100,000, let's say, video game designers and writers in the video game industry, how many do you need? How many names do you know? I'm betting it's between 5 and 15. So that's less than 1% of the designers that you know. So the likelihood of you being an absolute hotshot, very slight. Now, for the people that want to get started, even though they know all this, the easiest way, start making your own game. Flash game, card games, any kind of game. Because it teaches valuable skills about how to time manage, all just general work skills, because that's what everyone's looking for. You can have 0 experience, but if you've even made your own game once, people look at that seriously. I look at that seriously. So there's no reason to not do it. Just having an idea written down isn't going to do it. Action is the key to all this. You always gotta really push for what you want. Anyways, so that's just, there's Myth. This is the first episode. I hope this is in some way helpful for anyone that really wants to get in the game industry. And yeah, this is Alric Phoenix. Peace out.